Hey guys, in this video, I wanted to talk about if Resident Evil 4 really needs a remake. So it's been speculation about if Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake or not. There's been a lot of evidence that Resident Evil 4 could possibly be getting a remake. But does it really need one? I'm not saying that it is being made, but I'm just going to be talking about if it really does need a remake. So, the answer is easily no. Think about it. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 definitely needed the remake. Alright, Resident Evil 1 released in 1996, Resident Evil 2 released in 1998, and then Resident Evil 3 released in 1999. Yes, they needed the remake. And two, if you look at the time gap between each release of the remake, Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 1 remake was only 5 years. And then Resident Evil 2 was 21 years, and Resident Evil 3 was 21 years. So yeah, they needed the remake. But think about it. Think about it. Think about it for 5 seconds, all right? Think about it for 5 seconds. Exactly. It did not. It did not. I feel like they're doing this time gap thing. It would make sense for it to be at least, well, it has been 15 years, so it does not need a remake right now. It's still kind of recent. It's 16 years old. Possibly in the next 4 years it could use one. But I feel like the game is still kind of recent that it doesn't need one. Because think about it. It's over the shoulder. And then from Resident Evil 4 on, it's had the same Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Resident Evil 3 Remake. Resident Evil Revelations 1, you get the point. Like, from Resident Evil 4 on, except for Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, has done over the shoulder. I feel like with Resident Evil 4, it could use the remake technically because it still uses tank controls, but with over the shoulder. So you could possibly say it does need one, but doesn't need one at the same time because the game is still kind of recent. I would love to see, because if they can just keep the same game but upgrade it with the RE engine and not have tank controls, like have it be the same game in a way, like but add more weapons and shit, then the game would be out of this world. I feel like it would add more to the game. But there's a problem with remakes I've always had. It could possibly ruin the game. The remake could be bad. And think about it. The game could be bad, and it could ruin the name for Resident Evil 4. You know what I'm saying? Resident Evil 4 is already a perfect game. Everybody loves it. You don't even have to be a fan of Resident Evil to love Resident Evil 4. So if it gets a remake, then it could possibly ruin the game. But if they grab the material of Resident Evil 4, don't change a single thing except probably add 1 or 2 more areas, a couple more treasures, add more weapons, change the voice actor, like, except, you know, upgrade the graphics, change the character models, maybe, what a remake does, but make it so still has that cheesiness, that you get my point. Make it feel like it's still Resident Evil 4, but change it. But maybe they should wait 5 more years to release it. Right now we need Code Veronica X, or Code Veronica as the remake. But I don't feel like Resident Evil 4 needs the remake because it's still kind of recent, still a good game. But like the evidence saying that we are getting the like not evidence. Why am I using the word evidence? But the like kind of ideas. The reason that idea came along because there's a lot of stuff being shown that might be relevant to the Resident Evil 4 remake. Because there is a bunch of news articles saying that a new remake is in the works. And then in the more recent Sony press conference, whatever you want to call it, that's been shown, um, there's a shot that had nothing to do with Resident Evil. You guys probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen it, but on the bottom right of the screen during the shot, you could see the Los Illuminados symbol. So people are speculating that we are getting a Resident Evil 4 remake, but I think that's been debunked due to the fact of Resident Evil 4 VR being released. So I feel like that symbol was there for Resident Evil 4 VR, which I don't think Resident Evil 4 needed to be in VR. But I don't think we're sorry, I don't think we're gonna be getting our Resident Evil 4 remake anytime soon. And does it really need one? Absolutely not. It doesn't. It does not. Like they could change a couple of more things, but I could be patient and wait because the game is still kind of fairly recent. It's 15 years old, so could it need one? Possibly. Do we need it right now? Absolutely not. Because I still have a lot of fun playing the game. The game still doesn't feel that old to me. The only thing that you could say is old in quotes about the game are the graphics, but I don't think graphics mean a single ounce of everything to a game. Because like a Minecraft, that game is fun as hell and the graphics are not the greatest. But other than that, the game is awesome. Do we, to summarize it, do we need it possibly? Yes. Do we need it right now? Absolutely not. Would I love to have a Resident Evil 4 remake? Absolutely. But would I be glad to wait another 10, 15 years? Absolutely. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And maybe we can talk about this even more. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and do whatever you want. Share the video, and see you guys later. Deuces.